Yes, yes, sir.
Hello, Pradeep, you're there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Pradeep, you can start. Okay, go slow and explain
Yes, sir.
properly. Okay, you can start. I'm taking the attendance. There are 11 members who are present, so this attendance will be marked today for them.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, sir. This is Howard Shed model presented by Pradeep Lori and Vishaka Shinde. This model was put forward by John Howard and Jagdish Sheth in 1969. This is a definition of Howard model. It says that all the social, psychological, and marketing factors influences on consumer choice and information processing. There are three levels of decision making. There are extensive problem solving, limited problem solving, and habitual problem solving. In extensive problem solving, the consumer has very less information about the brand, and there is no preference for the product, and the consumer has to evaluate all the information and brands available. And in limited problem solving, the consumer has a limited information and knowledge about the brand, and there are some products which the consumer might be thinking of purchasing. And in habitual problem solving, the consumer has all the information about the brand and the product, and does not spend much time on gathering information and evaluating the brands. And there are four components involved in this process. There are input variables and output. Hypothetical constructs come in between input and output variables. And last one is exogenous constructs. Exogenous are the external constructs which are not included in this process, but they affect the decision making of the consumer externally. So this is the model of Howard and Street model. First is stimulus display, that are inputs of this model, that comprises of significative, symbolic, and social. In significative and symbolic, there are quality, price to the factors which the consumer confronts or is looking for in a product. That consumer is looking for the quality or price or distinctiveness of the product or the services available. And in symbolic, those are factors which are uh, these are the efforts taken by the marketer itself. Uh, what the market is trying to convey to the consumer. And last one is social, that comprises of family, reference groups, and social class. And after that, there comes perceptual construct. Perceptual construct and learning construct comes under hypothetical constructs. Um, Perceptual constructs, the consumer searches for the information, and if there are any ambiguity, like if there is still any doubt for the consumer, then later he goes for the search of the information. And then after the searching of information, the attention for a product develops in the mind of consumer. And later, if there are perceptual bias, are the altering information which the consumer is not
Problem.
sure about. Sorry, sir.
Oh, carry on, Pradeep. Carry on.
Yes, sir. Perceptual bias are the information which the consumer is not sure about. And later, after that, learning constructs are the motives for which the consumer is trying to purchase the product, or the choice criteria, the criteria which the consumer is all the information about the brand which the consumer is having about the brand, all the information that he has searched about the brand, that comes under brand comprehension. And after that, attitude, how the consumer evaluates all the available information and choice criteria and brand information. The perception or attitude of the consumer comes in between. And after that, all after all of these steps, intention to purchase the product. uh, Once the intention is developed in the mind of consumer, he goes for the purchase. That comes under outcomes. In outcomes, first the attention, and then brand comprehension and attitude of the consumer, and intention to buy the product, and later last is the purchase stage. uh, in previous slide I explained about three stages, that is sorry, one second. extensive problem solving and limited problem solving and habitual response behavior. Consumer directly goes for the purchase. That is habitual buying behavior. And if the consumer goes through all of this process, then it comes under extensive problem solving. So
Hello.
yes, sir.
Where's your screen?
Sir, it got disconnected. Sir, it
Yeah.
already ended. Sir.
Okay.
Presentation
Okay.
ended.
Correct again. Share again.
Sir, host disabled participant screen sharing.
One. Post disable again. Not enable one. Yes, it will be done. That's all. So till she makes you the host,
Yes, sir.
what is the difference between input, process, output model and the model that was done yesterday? That is Nicosia model.
Yes, sir.
What is the difference that you found out? Okay, it's come. You share the screen sharing is enabled. You do it, then we'll take it up. Okay.
Yes. Sir, the model is completed, sir. Explanation.
Model is completed.
Yes, explanation is completed.
Okay, where is your last slide?
Sir, thank you slide, sir. Shall I go for it?
Show me.
Yes.
When you make a presentation, you must always go from the introduction to your thank you slide. Because people who are listening will never know whether something is coming up or it is over. Okay.
Yes.
So the moment you say thank you, we understand that you have completed your presentation. That is a good way of presenting uh, into your seminar. Okay. That's always important. Now please come back to your earlier slide. The model, the Howard Shades
Yes.
model. Come back there. Okay. All right. Uh, Pradeep, you have attended all the classes, I've seen,
Yes, sir.
and now you have seen the first model that Utica did.
Yes, sir.
Utica and Tanana did, that was input process output model, a very simple model. A modification to that model was the Nicosia model, which we
Yes, sir.
discussed yesterday, where we had uh, a few additions there in Nicosia model. That is, they take time to decide. So there are elements of difference in both the models. Now,
Yes, sir.
what is the difference between your model and the Nicosia model?
Sir, first of all, this model is complicated than all the previous models which we discussed.
Okay, in what way?
Sir, this includes all the
Complicated,
stages.
okay. Pardon?
This involves all the stages that the consumer goes through while
Okay.
purchasing product.
Okay. So what were the stages that was not there in negotiation model?
Um, Sir, in that inputs was not classified in significant or symbolic or social in that way,
Hmm?
and the processing part was not split into two parts: the perceptual and learning construct. That is the difference.
Correct. Correct. So main difference is here. Okay.
Processing process.
So there we had only one process. Here we have got two process. Okay. One is perceptual constructs and one is learning constructs. Very right. Okay. Very clear distinction. You can see this line here. Na? This line here.
Yes.
Okay. You see this line here. So this itself shows that there is a, a marked difference between Nicosia model and the Howard Sheet model. In Howard Sheet model, you have got perceptual constructs and learning constructs. Okay, very right. So these are the important things that you require to remember. Okay, in every model, input is there. This is the input. All right. This is the process. This whole thing is the process, and this one, okay, this is the outcome. Okay, this is the outcome. So ये तो पूरे मॉडल में है. All the models are having this. Basic change will be either in the first part here, okay, or it will be in the second part, or it will be in the third part. And that's how we keep on calling them by different names, that these are the various models which have been propagated by specific people. Very, very right that this is perceptual construct and this is a learning construct. Okay. So if you see in the learning construct, we have got motives, choice criteria, brand वहाँ पे भी था, लेकिन brand comprehension, this is very important. Okay, there are people who want to buy a particular watch, fast track, उनके दिमाग में fast track रहता है और Titan रहता है. Okay, if you ask them to buy some other watch, they will not be really ready because they have got a brand comprehension. उनके दिमाग में फिक्स हुआ है कि टाइटन का वॉच अच्छा है या फलाना फलाना वॉच अच्छा है. So the brand comprehension is there, and the brand comprehension changes your attitude and it also impacts your confidence. उसके बाद ही आपका intention होता है. But in the earlier one, there was nothing known as a brand comprehension. Okay, so there was nothing as a brand comprehension, whereas people, family, friends used to influence it. So these are the learning constructs, okay, perceptual constructs and learning constructs. When I say perceptual constructs, see, there's something known as stimulus ambiguity. Stimulus मतलब क्या है? How you got influenced to buy a product. Stimulus. क्या चीज है जो तुमको वो खरीदने में मजबूर किया? Okay, there are many senses, when we talk about stimulus. Many times we are stimulated by taste. Okay, many times we buy something because the stimulus is fragrance. आप कहीं से गुजर रहे हो, you are just crossing a lane, and suddenly you get, the fragrance of somebody frying bhaji, onion bhaji. उसका एक fragrance आता है, and that can be a stimulus to buy and go. अरे ಅಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಇವು ಬಜ್ಜಿ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸರಿ ತಿಂದು ಹೋಗೋಣ ಅಥವಾ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋಣ, ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಗೋ ಹೋಮ್, ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಈಟ್. ಸೊ there are sensual stimulus. What I see, what I hear, what I taste, what I smell, and what I touch. So many times we are likely to buy things because we touch. Sometimes you go to your friend's birthday and you have a cake and you touch the cake and it is so spongy. You must have had this experience. इतना spongy है, इतना अच्छा है. You say, अरे यार, next time even I want to take that cake and go. It is not a taste, but it is the very fact that that touch makes you buy it. There are people who use shampoo and the hair becomes so silky and so well conditioned, so glossy, that somebody comes and touches your hair अरे तेरे बाल कितने सॉफ्ट हुए. Day to day we talk this language. Okay, we talk this language. You touch and you see and you feel it so nice, and that touch will make you buy that shampoo. So ये जो स्टिमुलस है इसमें एम्बिग्यूटी है ना, किसको कौन सा स्टिमुलस इफेक्ट होगा पता नहीं है. So we really don't know who will be stimulated by what, and that is what is very very important. Okay, so this is a very right way of doing it, understanding the difference between the three models. Input process output model was the first level model, very very simple. Nicosia model may we had something known as the family and group will influence. Okay, they take time to buy the product, they do a lot of thinking. That was the Nicosia model. And when we talk about the Howard Shake model, okay, it is more broken. Nicosia model का जो है वही model, but it is slightly broken up and made more wider, and they have added perceptual construct and learning construct. So if you miss this part when you are writing your answer for Howard Shake model, you lose all the marks. This is the thing, this center that is there, okay, this part is the thing that you require to talk about when you are explaining the Howard shape model. Okay, right. So is there any question from students to Pradeep Gauri? I want this to be an interactive class. I am also taking who is asking a question, who is listening properly. So it is not all about online. You just keep it on and go. How interactive you are will also matter for a lot of reasons. Okay, let me ask. Okay, Sutika,
Yes, sir.
any questions for him?
Sorry, sir. I
Any,
can't hear you.
any questions for Pradeep Gauri? Sutika,
No.
Zohra, please comment video mode.
Yes, sir. Just a minute. It's reconnecting, sir. I cannot see everything. Like I cannot see all.
Okay, but you could hear. Any questions for him? Doesn't matter if you
Uh,
don't see us, but any question for
no,
him?
no, sir. No, sir.
Okay, what was the difference between Nicosia model and Howard model?
Sir, Nicosia model, like when he was explaining, he said that means well, he said that it is more complicated type of thing. Like it has many the process in which the many things go into, and Nicosia model was a bit like we could understand about the like the processes were not so much, but this thing is very much complicated.
Okay, Ayman Mullah, please come on. What were the two different
Yes, sir.
aspects in this model other than what was not there in Nicosia model? What were the two things that were there in this model that was not there in Nicosia model?
um, Learning
Hmm?
construction. Hello,
Yes, come in, come in. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Please tell.
learning. So you can hear me.
Yes,
Learning constructs and uh, what we choose.
learning constructs and
Um, uh, brand comprehension,
Come again.
learning constructs and brand comprehension, sir.
Okay. And
Um,
brand comprehension comes under
perpetual,
learning construct. Zuhara,
perpetual,
Yes, sir.
yes, perceptual construct. So you have to be very clear. It is perceptual construct and learning construct.
yes,
And
sir.
under learning construct, we have got an important criteria, that is the brand comprehension. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So I gave you example of what brand comprehension में किसका example दिया Ayman? Ayman, which example did I give you when I was talking about
So
brand comprehension?
what,
Come in.
sir? What?
Which watch?
Um, Titan, sir.
Very good. Okay. All right. 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 So I think this has got to do with your Howard sheet model. Pradeep, come to the second slide. Pradeep, all these things do not save, okay? Changes that have been made to your PPT, do not save it because the annotations will come. So when you're
Yes, sir.
saving it, save without changes, okay? Because I have made these annotations from this side. So when you're saving, so you save without annotations and you can put it on our post, or it look like this. Okay, so you'll have to erase it and then you'll have to take it. But let me see if I can erase the whole thing. 1 minute. Okay, so that you can save it. Pradeep, you put it on the group,
Yes,
consumer
sir.
behavior group. Okay, put it as a
Yes, sir.
PPT. But let me remove the annotations so that by mistake, if you send it as it is. Okay. See here, the the whole difference between Nicosia model and Howard model are these two things, you know, hypothetic construct and exogenous construct. तो ये बहुत important है when you write your answers. You should not forget to write this. Input, output सब में है. Okay? And here there are 3 levels of decision making: extensive problem solving, limited problem solving, and habitual problem solving. It is nothing but, when I say problem solving, it is trying to get a solution to your questions, issues, doubts, if and buts. Okay. So these are 3 levels of your problem solving, and these are the 4 levels of your components involved in the output process. Right. So you should not miss this part when you're writing the model. This almost comes for 10 marks, 15 marks. Okay, एक model आ गया. You're very comfortable. Can you come to the next slide, Gauri? Come to the next slide. Yeah. Okay. So you see the same thing is being shown here. So that was the basic model, and this happens to be the broken up model of Howard sheet. The, 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 the broken up segments of Howard sheet model. Okay. So you will have to remember this block diagram. Without the block diagram, you will not get marks. Even if one block is missing here, you lose a lot of marks. So these are standard models which you ought to buy heart and you ought to remember. Okay. All right, Pradeep. Thank you. We have till 11 members. Again, a word of caution: the first eye exam will not be given to those people who are having shortage of attendance. You have to make it online. Okay, already we'll put the shortage of attendance list in a day or two, because we have finished 1 month of class. Your first eye can be done anytime this week. All right. So thank you very much, and we'll be meeting back for the retail management class during the scheduled time. Thank you. You can save it, and you can send this on the WhatsApp group. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
You can log off.